Today in the studio we've got something quite unique and special, to be honest. We have got this absolutely stunning Argonaut Supernaut GR3, and I mean, it's a bike that we've all had our eyes on since the moment it's come through the door. If you have a look at it, it is absolutely stunning, and we're just going to run through today of what makes this bike so unique, because if you just look at it by itself, it might look quite plain and simple. Argonaut, you may not have heard of them, but they are an American company. They make bespoke high-end carbon frames, and they have a high emphasis on ride quality. The way that they do that is they really play around with their carbon layups. So they do things like actually test what the tubes do. They really push the limits of flex and stiffness, where you want that, and how the different carbons work together when you put them on top. So these are bikes that when you do ride them, they just give you a little bit something more than the normal bike, and that's something that sounds cliche, but you have to ride to really experience what they're really about. This is their gravel specific bike. All of their bikes that they offer, they have a full custom range on. They have some preset sizing that you can choose from if you don't want to go the full custom route. This is a 57.5 centimeter model, so it is quite large, but it is finished off with some really nice kit as well, and we're just going to run through. So skipping past the frame, this bike has got a SRAM Force Axis Explore D2 group set on it, so full wireless shifting. You've got a nice range at the back with the cassette, and also on this has got the Quark power meter on the left hand side that sits in the axle. So this bike is fully kitted out, get all your numbers out of it, super crisp, reliable shifting all the time. And the wheels on this model are South Industries GX rims. Now they are a smaller company and probably not that well known here, but where I'm from they're a bit more popular, and that is because they are South African and they hand make these rims in South Africa. So all starting from scratch, and that's where they get their tag handgemaakt, which translates to handmade. And these rims have a nice wide internal, prioritize low weight but still being nice and robust for the off-road riding that they're for, and they are paired to some nice DT Swiss 350s, which to be honest are just ever reliable bomb-proof hubs that give you a good level of performance. They are easy to service and they can take a real good beating. So perfect for this off-road bike, great for what you want to do and just be able to not worry about the components and really hit the trails. Finishing kit on this bike is from Envy mainly. So we have these really nice SES AR bars. They've got a nice flare to them so that you get nice grips if you're in the drops, and also just for gravel riding a little bit more comfortable. And it also allows for full internal cable routing, so as you can see, nothing here is visible, which just gives this super clean aesthetic, which really adds to the bike. Seat post again from Envy, but quite uniquely this stem is really quite interesting. So it is a full carbon stem made by Argonaut themselves, and it's just got this quite different look. The whole binding mechanism goes and wraps around the top, and it just gives something quite dimensional to the bike and adds to the aesthetic of it. Now the main attraction, this frame, and we mentioned it earlier, Argonaut being quite bespoke and quite specific on what they want to do, but especially with this GR3 with gravel riding, you want a bike that actually absorbs quite a lot of the bumps and the chatter and sort of take some of that beating out of it to really make for a nice smooth ride. But at the same time, you don't want it to be floppy, so it's quite a fine line to balance there. And Argonauts have spent a lot of time, a lot of testing, and they've been doing this for years, that they've figured out what they describe as the best formula for this. And what they really aim for with this Supernaut GR3 is a bike that has sort of got razor sharp handling and just handles and flies down, feeling like a road bike, but allowing you to go off-road with confidence and really just take on trails and with speed as well. So I would say less on the adventure side and probably more on the racier, faster side of gravel, but it makes for quite an exciting ride. And I think for a lot of the riding that we do here, sort of mixed terrain as well, we got a bit of road thrown in between, it is absolutely perfect for that. Now, we've spoken through all the tech and there's like some really fancy stuff on this bike, no doubt. Spoken about how it handles it, etc. But for me personally, like the looks of this bike, it almost looks a little bit plain, but at the same time, when you start to dig into it, there's just so much happening there. And I liken it almost to some of what apocalyptic, but really simple. And it borders on kind of plain, but also really interesting when you get close. So there's these things like the carbon layup, and it's all quite exposed when you get close to it, that you can see where they've got different weaves overlapping. Really intricate and fun to look at. We also have some of the frame joins that are just quite different and quite unique, especially for carbon. So the seat stays, where they join up at the back, they've got like this U-bend join up to a single pillar. We don't really see that on carbon. It's something quite unique to steel bikes, so very interesting to see it on a carbon bike. And then we've also got this BB junction that is just completely different. And the down tube runs almost underneath the BB and joins with this chain stays over there. And it's so different, and it looks quite attractive. I'm guessing it adds to how it feels, but purely from a looks point, it's really, really attractive to me. Now, I think that this is probably one of the top gravel bikes that you could buy today. If you are wanting to buy it, jump on our website. There's only one. There's probably only ever going to be one. But if you're looking for something not as bespoke, we do also have a full range of gravel bikes. So check out cycleexchange.co.uk.